Well, this is Dan with Availux. Today we're going to be covering setting up a DHCP static IP address for the DVR. First, what you're going to want to do is you're going to log in. It has to be under the administrator account. Default password is either the number 1 5 times or the number 0 5 times. Go ahead and log in. And then we are going to go to the Network tab. By default, our DVRs are set to DHCP, which means anytime it's plugged into a network, it's going to obtain an IP address automatically from that router. This is fine if you do not want to use remote access, but if you want to set up remote access, you need to set it to a static or manual IP address. So what we're going to do first is make sure it grabs an IP address. So we're going to check DHCP and check DHCP. DNS, click Save. And if you see on the right, it grabbed an IP address, it saw the gateway, and it saw our router. So this is the internal IP address of the DVR. So you want to make note of what this IP address is, because we're going to need this when you go into the router and make custom rules. So now what you're going to do is you're going to uncheck TCP/IP, and it's going to set it to that same IP address. So now it's hard coded as 83.31. So now we're going to go to ports. These are the default ports. The client default port is 50100. The default web port is 80. By default, on all your routers, both these ports are going to be blocked in the router. So what you have to do is get with your network administrator, your IT guy, and get him to log into the router and make a custom rule for the IP address of this DVR, which for this one is 192.168.83.31. You need to make two rules. One for the port 50100, incoming and outgoing. Make a second rule for the web port 80 incoming, 80 outgoing. And the DVR has to be on, powered on, and plugged into the networks for the router to see it. And then click Save and Exit. Now your remote access is set up. Please also note that you will need to know the external IP address of your router to do the remote web access, which is to your IT technician for that information. Thank you.